Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to discuss about driving, what's it like to drive in Dubai, in the UAE, the driving license process, and a little bit about my own experience as I am attending my driving license classes right now. I'm just about to finish, got 2 more tests to complete, and then I should officially have my license. So I thought let me share a little bit about the experience and what the process is like to get your license in the UAE. First of all, you will have to attempt a theory test. This is a rule in all of Dubai institutes, and the theory test is a total of 40 marks. Any mark that is above 32 is known as qualified, and so you can go to the second round. The second round is where you will have your practical training. You will have an instructor with you who takes you around in a vehicle for 20 hours, and these 20 hours are divided on a weekly basis. Depending on what institute you go to, you might have 6 hours in a week or just 3 hours in a week. In the institute that I went to, I had just 3 hours in a week, so I ended up taking slightly more than a month to complete my 20 hours of classes. After you have successfully completed your 20 hours of practical training, you are now eligible to attempt the tests. The tests are divided into 4 parts. 2 of them are institute tests and 2 of them are the RTA tests. Now RTA, if you are not familiar with the term, stands for Road and Transport Authority. This is a government body that takes care of road and transport in Dubai. So they will be the ultimate ones that decide if you pass or fail or even eligible to have a driving license in Dubai altogether. So I'm going to share my experience in each and every step to getting my license. The first would be the theory test. For the theory test, don't worry guys, they will give you mandatory online classes that you must attempt before you go and do your theory test. For me, I have got a 39 out of 40 and the paper is extremely easy. It's basic road rules and how you are to behave when you are in a car on the road. All 40 questions are MCQ based and there is no negative markings. So you will likely pass that stage in your first attempt. Any mark above 32 gets you to be qualified. I finished my theory test and then I proceeded to complete my practical training classes, in which I was provided an instructor, and the instructor taught me everything I need to know about driving, about following the rules, and even observations, what I should be looking out for. So I started off in a 20 km/h road, and then it gradually increased to a 40 km/h and then a 60 km/h, and then I went into the highways, which is from 80 kilometers to 100 kilometers per hour. After which I will have my last 5 hours out of the 20 hours for my parkings. Now parking is a different stage on its own. It is, I believe, the hardest stage that I went through. Parking, you have to do compulsorily 5 types of parking. This is a slope parking, an emergency brake parking, parallel parking, angle parking, and garage parking. You must learn all these types of parking to become eligible to the next round, which is the round of tests. Now coming to the stage that is filled with tests and assessments, this is one of the most crucial stages in your driving license journey, and it is currently the stage that I am in. So like I mentioned, there are 4 types of tests that you must compulsorily attend. The first 2 are the institute tests and the last 2 would be your RTA tests. Remember that the RTA tests are the most important ones because they will ultimately decide if you get a license or not. So I have completed 1 institute test and 1 RTA test, both being the one for parking. The other 2 tests that I have remaining would be the ones for actual driving on the road. If I had to share my experience on the 2 tests that I have completed, this is the parking test. I must say it is one of the most nerve-wracking process that I went through. How the test works is that you must complete the 5 parking maneuvers one after the other. These are the slope parking, emergency brake parking, parallel parking, angle parking, and garage parking in a matter of 20 minutes. Remember that there is no examiner sitting next to you. It is completely detected by cameras, sensors, speakers. So you must be very careful when attempting the parking test. Even the slightest mistake is recorded by the device. For me, unfortunately, in the institute test, I failed my garage parking. I ended up touching the line that I was not supposed to by a teeny bit, but because of that, I had to re-attempt the test on a different day. But fortunately for me, I was able to pass my RTA parking test, that is the main parking test, all in my first attempt, which was an extreme shock for me because I did really think I was going to fail at least one of the maneuvers, but I did it. And so I just want to let you know that there is a possibility that you can make it too in your first attempt. I'm yet to do 2 more tests. These are my driving tests. One is the driving institute test and one would be the main driving test, which will determine if I get my license or not. So I'm really hoping that I can make it through as soon as possible. So for my overall experience, I must say that it is really satisfying to get a hold of the vehicle and have control of the vehicle, and also the whole driving license process is very thrilling and adventurous. Roads in Dubai are very safe to drive in, so it is quite easy to get a hang of driving and learning to drive, and getting a hold of all the rules and regulations that you must follow while driving. So I must say that Dubai is an excellent place to practice driving, and if you are someone who is looking to get a license, do try it out. It's a great skill to have, something that a lot of people look out for in your CV. You apply for a job, employers actually want to know if you've got a driver's license, which will also help your profile a little bit. With that being said, do give your license a shot. The entire driving license journey has been slightly over a month, but if you are someone who gets a hang of everything quite fast, you might finish it in just a month's time. Be confident. Although the process might be quite nerve-wracking, something that examiners would look for is your level of confidence while you are driving, that is especially. Be confident, don't be hesitant. When you're taking a decision, be firm in that decision and keep going on. And that'll be it for this video. Hope you found it informative. If you are someone looking to get your license in Dubai, let this be an encouragement to go do it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you. Bye.